It's time to light the fuse.
It's time to light a flow. We'll eat what he loves. Yeah. Right, rearranging, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and mics, got you up out your seat. Life live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Tires spinning, fans grinning. Right rear's live, and we ain't quitting. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, bleeding souls high. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, it's show time. Engines fire, the stage is set. 55 laps, no regrets. Week 10 thunder, Pocono skies. New champs rise where the bold survive. Right rear racing, feel the roar. Every lap leaves you wanting more. From the green to the checkered flag tonight, the battle is on under Pocono lights. Last week Abraham claimed the crown, but tonight they're all gunning him down. 3 wide fury drafting war. This is the moment we've waited for. Right rear racing, feel the roar. Every lap leaves you wanting more. 10 action, it starts right now. This is Pocono, stand up, get Right rear racing, let's ignite. 55 laps, it's a wild ride tonight. Legends made where the brave endure. Right rear racing, leave them wanting. Right rear racing, let's ignite. 55 laps, it's a wild ride tonight. Legends made where the brave endure. Right rear racing, leave them wanting more. Right rear racing, leave them wanting more.
And welcome back here to Right Rear Racing, as tonight we bring you your Monday night ARCA Series with the Front Runners Racing League. The hot laps are done. We're starting our qualifying. Who's going to go out there first? Looks like Ty Dixon in that 67 machine is going to make his way out on the track first, as tonight we are at Pocono, as I forgot to mention that. And we're going to do 55 laps around Pocono of the 2.5 mile track here. And as y'all are watching Ty Dickinson there in his 67 machine come off turn number 1, heading to turn number 2 there. Again, it's a triangle here, basically. We're going to look at your points for coming into tonight for your individual points. Peter Stewart, he's going to be leading the points with 335. 43 points behind him is going to be Ty Dickinson. And tied with Ty is going to be Troy as well. Both those drivers have 292. In fourth is going to be Brandon Valentine with 289. Abraham, your winner from last week in that mayhem there on the last lap at Talladega, is going to be sitting in fifth with 278. Dustin Spates with 270 is going to be sitting sixth. We have a tie for seventh, and that's going to be Aiden Lucas and Dell Slides, as both those drivers have 264. In ninth is going to be Michael Durham, and he has 255. And you're rounding out your top 10 is going to be Charles Broderick, as Charles has 237. And your biggest mover in the point standings last week was Tyler Barnett, as he moved up 7 spots. He's currently tied 13th with Bryce Dickinson, and those drivers have 214. Again, thank you for joining in here on your Monday night. And to give you a heads up, we are off next week. Next week is Labor Day. Hopefully everyone enjoys their Monday off for the holiday. And Aiden Lucas is going to top the field here with a 54.85. Ty Dixon got a 55.13 on his first lap. It looks like we do have 11 drivers making the call tonight, as Brandon Valentine is about to be put on the board, unless Valentine hit the wall there somewhere, as his first lap did not count. Abraham, your winner from last week in that 84 machine, he's going to be in third with a 55.28. Ty Dickinson still has that 55.13. He's coming off of, or he's going into turn number 3. And off 3 into the front straightaway for his last lap. And Jordan Fisher's going to top the board with a 54.80 on his first lap. And Ty Dixon got a 55.04 on his second lap there. That's still going to maintain the third position. Aiden Lucas got a 54.72. That's going to top the board over Jordan Fisher. Jordan Fisher moved down to second as he's coming down the back straightaway, going to turn number 2. Nicholas Moffitt hits a 54.86. That's going to put him up into the third position. Peter Stewart in the 91 hit a 54.97. That's put him fourth. And Abraham hit a 55 even. That puts him up to fifth. Dustin Spates moved up to seventh with a 55.10. Here's Jordan Fisher coming on the front straightaway for his second lap. And his second lap is going to be a 54.83. That's going to put him on the pole and move Aiden Lucas down to the second. And we have Reese Kelva here coming off turn number 3 for his second lap. And his second lap here is going to be a 55.24. He's a little bit quicker there. He moved up to 8th and jumped over Brandon Valentine in that 11 machine. And Charles Broderick, he's going down the back straightaway, entering turn number 2 there. I had to figure out what turn it was. Luckily here we have the turns marked on the wall. And Peter Stewart was quicker on his second lap as he moved into the third position with a 54.81. We're looking at Charles Broderick here in the 40 machine. He's a little bit quicker there with a 55.71. That jumps him up to 10th, as it looks like all 11 drivers have qualified. And I believe Aiden Lucas ran it into the wall after his qualifying. That's why he has that meatball sign right there next to his name. And again, this is week number 10 of the 16-week series. We're off next week, and then we pick it back up in 2 weeks here on the 8th of September. We're going to be heading to Thompson for 150 laps there. New Hampshire follows with 100 laps, and then we go to Iowa for 125 laps. We take a week off, and then we head to Portland, and we do 45 laps there at Portland Auto Club for 80 laps, and we complete the series on October 20th at Las Vegas. Again, we're in our last closing weeks here, as we have 6 weeks remaining And you see the timer up there on the top left as we have 4 minutes left of qualifying. Everyone has qualified. I believe there's one more driver that's trying to get in here, so they're going to let the time expire before we go green.
Engines fire, the stage is set. 55 laps, no regrets. Week 10th under Pocono skies. New champs rise where the bold survive. Right through your racing, feel the roar. Every lap is wanting more. From the green to the checkered flag. Tonight the battle is on under Pocono.
And we're on our last minute here of our qualifying. And hey, how are you doing there, Susie? Again, viewers, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, join in on the chat and let me know who you're cheering on here tonight. And we will try to interact with you as well during the race. As you see, the 98 of Blair's making some laps around the track right now. It's a little bit extra after they're qualifying, so none of these laps count, although Blair is getting a little bit extra practice as he did not make the practice session. And with 11 drivers tonight, hopefully we stay green for most of it. Get a lot of PSGs. And the drivers just received the checkered flag as the qualifying is complete. We are set to line up for your main event tonight of your 55 laps here at Pocono Speedway. And starting on the poles, your quick time is going to be Jordan Fisher in the 39. On his outside is going to be the 20 of Aiden Lucas. Inside row number 2 has Peter Stewart in the 91. Nicholas Moffitt in the 33 is going to be on his outside. Abraham in the 84 is going to be inside row number 3. Ty Dixon is going to be on the outside in the 67 machine of row number 3 with Dustin Spates in the 16, inside row number 4 with Reese Kelva in the 44 on his outside. Brandon Valentine in the 11 is going to be inside row number 5 with Charles Broderick in the 40 on his outside. And Blair Sanders in that 98 machine is going to round out your 11-car field here tonight at Pocono for 55 laps. As you see, the field has gridded up. We're waiting for one more driver to grid up, as he has roughly 1 minute left, as we're waiting on Jordan Fisher to make the call. And Jordan Fisher made the call. We're all lined up. We're ready to go. We should be going green next time around. And as you see there on the track, the pace car lights are off. That means that we're going to go green flag racing next time around. The field is going to stack them up right behind the 39 and the 20 and get us ready to get underway here for your 55 lap event. That's the pace car, and Jordan Fisher there leads us through turn number 2. Again, this is a 2.5 mile track here at Pocono. As we come through turn number 2 or 3 there, we got them racked, we got them stacked. The pace car should be diving in. And once we get to that restart zone, we are going to be underway here. The pace car dives onto the infield. We're getting to that restart zone. We're in that restart zone. We're green and underway here for Pocono for 55 laps. Week number 10 of your ARCA Series with Front Runners Racing League. The 39 and the 20, they're going to be side by side down the front straightaway as they go into turn number 1. They're still going to be side by side through turn number 1 and down the straightaway heading into turn number 2 there. They're still side by side, pulling away from the field even though they're side by side. Looks like Aiden has a slight advantage on the outside there as they go into turn number 2. Reese Kelvin, that 44, he's went from the high side to the bottom there. And he's going to be running in your 6th position. As we go back up to the front, Aiden Lucas is going to lead us in turn number 3. And as he comes off turn number 3 down the front straightaway, looks like he's going to end up leading lap number 1 here tonight. And after lap number 1, we're going to have Aiden Lucas, Jordan Fisher, Nicholas Moffitt, and Ty Dickinson, followed by Peter Stewart for your top 5. As you see these two on your screen, that's going to be Aiden Lucas and Jordan Fisher. They're going to be running 1, 2. And right behind them is going to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th, kind of bunched up there as well. As they come off of turn number 1, heading down the straightaway to turn number 2. Everyone's kind of in a single file, keeping it clean for the most part here, as we are in the early stages of your 55 lap race here at Pocono. And lap number 2 is going to be in the books, going to Aiden Lucas once again, as Aiden has roughly a 0.3 of a second gap on Jordan Fisher. It looks like Aiden kind of blinked out there just a little bit, with Charles Broderick a little bit off pace back there in the back, all by himself in that 40 machine. And your winner from last week is going to be the 84 of Abraham. He's sitting in 8th currently. He's trying to look down low on the 44 and move into that 7th position. And coming off the turn, he's going to try to get it going once again on the bottom side. The 11 of Brandon Valentine, he's going to be right there as well, trying to get the outside going and make a pass on the 84. But the 84 is going to go on the inside here of turn number 3. The 11 is going to hit the rumble strips there in 3. And coming off 3 down the front straightaway, they're going to be side by side. This is your battle for 7th on the screen between the 44 and the 84. And they're going to be double file here. The 44 and the 98 were on the outside there momentarily down the front straightaway with the 84 and the 11 on the bottom. The 84 is going to overtake the 44 and move up into the 7th position. And the 91 of Peter Stewart right there on your screen, that's going to jump up into the 5th position on your screen. And we have the 16 of Dustin right between Peter and Abraham. As everyone's settled down here, it's still Aiden Lucas at the point, leading the first 4 laps here of tonight's event. And now he has roughly a half a second gap on Jordan Fisher. We're going to go on board with Ty Dickinson here and see how he's running here on the track, following the 33 of Nicholas Moffitt, following with that HawkeyeSports.com wrap on his car there. See Ty going into turn number 2, getting that hugging that yellow line as he goes into turn number 2 there. And going into turn number 3, slowing up, not take out the 33 as they come down the straightaway. And we have 50 laps remaining. And we have a caution flag coming out. So we're going to try to take a look at what happened there. As we follow along with the 98, said that he crashed there. Looks like Reese Kova and the 98 got into it, bringing out the first caution of the night. And with 50 laps remaining, it's going to be Aiden Lucas, Jordan Fisher, Nicholas Moffitt, Ty Dickinson, and Peter Stewart for your top 5. Dustin in that 16 is going to be 6th. Abraham in the 84 is going to be 7th. Reese Kelva in that 44 machine is going to be 8th. The 11 of Brandon Valentine is going to be 9th. Blair Saunders in that 98 machine that got caught up in that accident as well is going to round out your top 10. And Charles Broderick in that 40 machine is going to round out the field. And we have Hardy Designs over here on YouTube cheering on the Fishman of Jordan Fisher in that 39 machine. He was the man to beat heading up to last week at Talladega, and he just got caught up in unlucky events there as well at Talladega and did not win his 5th win in a row there. But he is the man to beat still with all the wins that he has of the series so far. And it looks like everyone pitted except for Ty and Brandon there. So Ty is going to move up to the point, followed by Brandon Valentine. And the rest of the field had made pit stops. So that's going to be Jordan Fisher coming out of the pits first, followed by Aiden Lucas, Nicholas Moffitt, Peter Stewart, Dustin in the 16, Abraham in the 84, Reese Kilvin the 44, the 40 of Charles Broderick. And rounding out the field is going to be the 98 of Blair Saunders. We're going to stack them up, get them going next time around as they just received the rolled up green flag. Looks like we have another Fisher fan over here as well, Tulare 49er fan. Both y'all, Hardy Designs and Tulare, how are y'all doing tonight? Both of them cheering on Jordan Fisher, which he is currently P3. And we got them stacked back up. They're going to turn number 2 here. Waiting to go back under green once again here at Pocono. And we're going through turn number 3. We're waiting for that restart zone to get back underway as we got them stacked back up once again. The pace car is going to dive on into the pit here, and we're in that restart zone. The green flag is dropped, and Ty Dixon is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway here. Looks like might have missed a gear there on his restart. And just hearing over race chatter, Ty did miss a gear on that restart. That's going to leave Brandon Valentine going to the front of the field, followed by the 20 of Aiden Lucas. The 39 of Jordan Fisher is going to maintain the 3rd position. On his outside is going to be the 91 of Peter Stewart. As they come off turn number 1, the 11 is going to go up high. The 20 is coming down low. He's going to try to make a pass on the inside of turn number 2 here. And it was right before the turn number 2. I thought we were closer there. And off turn 2, this is the 20 machine of Aiden Lucas. He's been on the rails since drop of the green. Brandon Valentine is going to push hard there against the Hardy machine in that 39 Jordan Fisher car. And here we're going to be 3 wide down the front straightaway with Brandon Valentine on the outside, Jordan Fisher on the middle, and then the 91 of Peter Stewart is going to be on the inside. This is your battle for second on the screen between the 11, 39, and the 91. Looked like Jordan Fisher let up just a little bit as he figured Valentine was coming down low. And he fell back to the 4th position there. And Aiden Lucas has a 4/10 of a gap on Brandon Valentine, and Valentine's trying to hold off Peter Stewart there as they come off turn number 1. Stewart's going to go to the inside here of the 11 as they go into turn number 2. No, sorry, that's turn number 3. I'm all mixed up here with looking through all the screens as Stewart's going to squeeze back in behind the 11, the 39. Jordan Fisher's going to look on the inside here, down the front straightaway as they go into turn number 1. Fisher's going to be on the inside. Ty Dixon's going to be on the inside of Dustin there as well. And coming off one, it's going to be the 91 machine maintaining that third position. He's going to look on the inside as they come off turn number one. Going in turn number two, Peter Stewart's trying to get that second position and start reeling in Aiden Lucas. And in between turn two there, the 91 machine is going to make that clear and take over his second position as we go down the straightaway once again here. And Brandon Valentine is going to try to reel in the 91. And I don't know what happened back there as Jordan Fisher is now trying to hold off Dustin in that 19 or 16 machine. Looks like Ty Dixon might have lost the draft on the outside there and fell all the way back to 10th position there. As Aiden now has a 0.7 of a second gap on the field. And for your top 5 rundown, it's going to be Aiden Lucasen leading the field in that 20 machine. The 91 of Peter Stewart in second. The 11 of Brandon Valentine. He's going to be sitting third. Jordan Fisher in that 39 is going to be in fourth. And Dustin in that 16 is going to round out your top 5 on your screen. Now is going to be your third, fourth, and fifth drivers. As Jordan Fisher is going to give Valentine a little bit of push there on the front straightaway. Looks like we have a lot of Ty fans and Fisher fans over on the YouTube side. And Fisher's going to look on the inside here as they go into the turn. I believe that's turn number 2. He's going to try to take over that third position, and he's going to secure it as they come off turn 2, heading into turn number 3 here. He's looking to reel in Peter Stewart. Again, we had an early caution flag. I don't know if anyone took tires. I believe they just topped off on their fuel. And we're going to go back there. Again, the 84 machine here of Abraham. He's the one that took the win last week. And right up there in front of them is going to be the 16 and the 11. They're battling it out for the position number 4 as the 16 is going to go down low as they go off turn number 1. He thought second of it and went back up there and got behind the 11. And as they go in turn number 2, he's going to be a little bit lower than the 11 machine. Is he going to make that pass here soon? As the 16 of Dustin's going to still maintain that bottom lane there off of turn 3. He's going to try to get a run down the front straightaway. And Peter and Jordan have both caught up to Aiden. That's now Aiden's lead over Peter right now is 0.4 of a second. On your screen, still the battle for the battle for fourth between Brandon Valentine and Dustin Spates. With these two battling it out with each other, going to be side by side. The 84 of Abraham is looking to join the party here as they go in turn number 3. And coming off 3 on the front straightaway, they're going to have a drag strip here. See who's going to maintain the 4th position. And it looks like it's going to be the 11 of Brandon Valentine. And we're going to go back up here to the front as I see the 39 of Jordan Fisher running on the inside of the number 91 of Peter Stewart. That's the battle for second on your screen between the 39 and the 91. As they go off turn number 1, the 39 is going to maintain this second position. He's looking to reel in Aiden Lucas in that 20 machine. Your top 3 drivers have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field. From Aiden all the way to Brandon Valentine, that's going to be 2.5 second gap. As you see, the driver, your top three just came to the start-finish line, and we come over here as soon as the camera joins back up. It's Valentine is going over the start-finish line as well. And it looks like Abraham's looking on the down low in turn number one. Sorry, getting tongue-tied there, dry throat and everything. As the 84 is still looking down low off turn number one, trying to get a good run on the number 11 here as they head to turn number two here. And the 16 of Dustin's going to look up to the high side in turn number three, trying to get a good run. As these drivers are battling out for P4. And the 84 of Abraham's looking on the inside again of turn number one. He has the 98 of Blair right there to help push him through. And the 84 of Abraham's going to take over your fourth position. And Justin, I'm trying to work on it, man. I'm trying to get a monster sponsor for Right Rear Racing. As we're going to be side by side now for position number 5 between Brandon Valentine and Dustin, as Dustin's going to get the outside going. Brandon's going to be down low. The 16 machine is going to have a run in turn number 3, but here comes the number 11 getting that momentum on the bottom side. As they come off turn number 3, Abraham's going to maintain that fourth position, and it looks like Dustin's going to be in top 5 now, as the 11 of Brandon Valentine is going to try to get that bottom going once again. We're going to go back up to the front momentarily, as I don't think we're missing anything up there. As soon as I'm saying that, we're going to be side by side for the lead. Coming off turn number 1, that's going to be Jordan Fisher trying to make the pass on Aiden Lucas. But here comes the 91 giving him push up there on the top side as they go into turn number 2. And Fisher's going to maintain or take over that second position as they come off turn number 2. I believe Jordan's going to be a little bit faster in turn 1 here than Aiden has. Going to the top side here momentarily, trying to get a good run on him. I believe he's going to do a cut down right here in 1. As he got a good run off of 1 there. He's going to go down the bottom there off the straightaway. As they go down into the straightaway into turn number 2, they're going to be side by side once again. And they might have had a little bit of netcode contact, not a true contact there, as they're side by side in turn number 2. Again, Jordan Fisher is faster in turn number 1 as he's trying to make the pass on Aiden Lucas. On your screens, your top 3 currently, with Abraham in the 84 sitting 4th and Blair in the 98 in 5th. As we are 21 laps down in this event. And again, it's a 55-lap race here tonight. We had one caution. That caution came on lap 5, I believe. And Fisher's getting a good run off of 1 there. Aiden bobbled there just a little bit in turn 2. And they're going to try to... Looks like they're going to settle down just a little bit here as they go into turn number 3. And this race has been all Aiden up front since the drop of the green. We had a slight hiccup on that last restart. I believe Ty Dixon in that 6-7 said that he forgot to change gears there, or missed a gear. And that made everyone bobble back, bunch back up, and Aiden jumped to the early lead once again. We'll try to keep an eye on your leaders here as I go back through the field. As soon as I say that, I believe Jordan Fisher's going to go down low. He's going to get right there and try to make that pass once again. And there's Abraham in the 84. He's sitting in fourth. 98, Blair Saunders. And rounds out your top 5. Dustin right there in the 16 machine. He's ready to go up there and race side by side with Blair. Nicholas Moffitt in the 33 machine. He's going to try to get that outside run going. Reese Kelva in that 44 machine is in 8th. Brandon Valentine in the 11. He's going to be sitting 9th. And Ty Dickinson rounds out your top 10. And we're going to go back up to the front as Jordan Fisher's right there on the bumper of the 20 of Aiden Lucas as they go into turn number 2 there. And we're going to go on board with Jordan Fisher here as they come off turn number 3 down the front straightaway. And Jordan Fisher's going to get a good run here. And we're going to go outside so that way we can see if Jordan Fisher's going to make that pass on the inside here. And going into turn 1, he's bobbled, pushed up just a little bit. They're going to be side by side. Jordan's going to hit that loud pedal just a little bit earlier. He's going to take the lead coming off turn number 1. Here comes Peter Stewart right there as well. Your top 3 drivers all on one straightaway as Blair Saunders in the 98 machine will be 6 seconds behind this cluster right here as Aiden Lucas looks down low once again to try to take over the lead as they go into turn number 3 there. Oh, we're going to have contact between the 20 and the 39 in turn number 3 there, and that's not going to mess up Jordan Fisher too much as he's now your leader on lap number 25 of your 55 lap event. They go in turn number 1. Aiden's going to look down low. Reese is going to, or I'm sorry, that's not Reese, that's Jordan Fisher. I heard Reese over the race chatter here. And Aiden's going to look on the bottom off of 1 as they go down the straightaway into turn number 2. They're going to be side by side. This is your battle for the lead between the 20 and the 39. We're going to have a little bit of contact as they come off turn number 2. Jordan Fisher's going to maintain the lead as they come down the straightaway, headed in turn number 3, still side by side. Aiden's going to take that bottom side. Jordan Fisher's on the outside in that orange car there as they're in turn number 3 down the front straightaway. And Peter Stewart's right there. He's thought about making it 3 wide momentarily. And at the line, it was Jordan Fisher leading his second lap of the event. Aiden Lucas is looking down low as they go down the straightaway, entering turn number 1. And here comes Peter Stewart as well. He's looking right there. Your top 3 drivers are battling it out here at Pocono for week number 10. And Jordan Fisher's going to look down low once again off of turn 1 as they go down the straightaway into turn number 2. I believe Aiden bobbled just a little bit off the wall, but maintained it here as they come off of turn 2. Jordan Fisher's going to get a better run on the bottom. No, that's going to be Aiden Lucas getting a little bit of slight advantage as they go into turn number 3. Jordan Fisher's going to get that bottom side going once again in turn 3. And down the straightaway we go here. Aiden Lucas is going to take the lead back once again here as they go into turn number 1. Peter Stewart's up top, pushing Aiden Lucas. Try to get him around Jordan Fisher here as they go into turn number 1. Peter Stewart's up there on the top side. Is he going to try to get a run here? And the rest of the field has cut off a second. Now they are only 5.5 seconds behind this pack right here. And I'm pretty sure these three drivers are wanting PSGs here. And we're going to go back to the field here as Blair in the 98 machine is going to take over your fourth position. Abraham is currently sitting fifth, but here comes Reese Kelva down low. He's trying to take over that fifth position as they go into turn number one. And they're all kind of single file here. The 98's in fourth. Abraham in the 84 is going to be in fifth. Reese Kelva in sixth. Seventh is going to be Dustin, that 16 machine. And eighth is going to be Nicholas Moffitt. That's all your drivers here on the screen currently. As the 16 is going to look down low. Thought a second of it as he did a little bit of brake check there to not hit Reese Kelva. And we're going to go back up to the front of the field here for your top three drivers. As soon as I said that Aiden, or this field here, had about a 5-second gap, now they have a 6.5 second gap on Blair and sitting in fourth. As Aiden Lucas comes off turn number 3, we have 25 laps remaining here. And looks like we have one off the pace back there. As you see, Nicholas Moffitt has lost his front end. Or not Nicholas, that's Dustin. Nicholas Moffitt has pulled into the pits. And that's going to bring your second caution out. I know that these three drivers up here, Aiden Lucas, Jordan Fisher, and Peter Stewart, did not want to see that caution coming out. And we're going to try to see if we can see what happened there between the 16 and the 33. As 16 is going to go on the outside. Might be a little bit too early for that one. And right here is where it is. Just went in a little bit too hard. Hit him in the left rear quarter panel. And that's where the nose of Dustin got lost. And Dustin Spates does have that meatball sign, so he's in the pits getting fixed. Should we have one quick repair if I'm not mistaken. And Justin, I know you commented earlier, if you can do that, have at it, man. I'm not going to stop you. And Bill, I kind of figured that these two are kind of playing with each other and putting on a good show here. As you see, everyone's going to make their way down pit lane. As everyone's in the pits now, getting their one set of tires and fuel to complete these last few laps here. And coming off pit lane first is going to be Aiden Lucas, followed by, I believe that's Blair in the 98, the 91 of Peter Stewart. In third, Abraham in the 84 is going to be fourth. Jordan Fisher in the 39 is going to be fifth. Reese Kelva in the 44 is sixth. Ty Dixon in the 67 is going to be seventh. Brandon Valentine in the 11 is going to be eighth. Charles Broderick in the 40 machine is going to be set ninth. Dustin in the 16 machine will be 10th. And Nicholas Moffitt in the 33 will round out your field. And we receive the rolled up green flag. The pace car lights are off. Aiden's going to be on the pole, and on his outside is going to be the number 91 of Peter Stewart. We're going to stack them up once again and see if we can get another 20 laps here and stay green until the checkered flag. Again, that was our second caution of the day. And what Hardy's saying and Jeff's saying over here on the YouTube side, I've heard the same just in the on the league page of Discord, that Jordan's helping out a lot of these drivers as well that he's running with here. As Aiden Lucas is ready to get back underway here, as the rest of the field is stacked up behind him, ready to go as well. Coming off turn number 3, the pace car is going to dive in, and Aiden's waiting for that restart zone. He's in that restart zone, and he blinked out. I don't know where he went. He's right back there, though, as he took off, and Blair Saunders in the 98 machine is going to try to take over that second position on that restart as he's getting that bottom side going. Aiden's going to go to the outside here and then come back down. In turn number 1, the 98 and the 91 are going to be side by side there, battling it out for second with Jordan Fisher right behind him. Jordan's going to go to the outside, try to get a run with the 91 on the outside of the 98 of Blair. And down the straightaway there, Jordan Fisher's going to take over your third position. Aiden Lucas is first, Peter Stewart second, Jordan Fisher third, Blair Saunders in the 98 is going to be in fourth. Ty Dixon has moved up to the fifth position. Reese Kelva is going to be battling out with Abraham right behind Ty Dixon there, and that's going to be your battle for 6 on the screen between the 44 and the 84. I think these two have been racing side by side for this whole race. And we're going to go back up to the front as Jordan Fisher's trying to make that pass to get back into the second position. Again, Jordan Fisher's going to hit that outside wall. Sorry, Hardy Designs. That wall, or that car is not going to be clean. And he might need a new wrap after that one. Good scuff marks on that one. As Aiden Lucas still holds off the field, Peter Stewart's going to be in second, Jordan Fisher in third, Blair Saunders in the 98 is going to be sitting in fourth. And Jordan's going to look down low in turn number 3. As they go down the straightaway, going to turn number 1. Peter Stewart and Jordan Fisher is going to go up tie. Here comes the 98 of Blair as they go in turn number 1. And Jordan Fisher is going to hit that outside wall once again, allowing Blair the opportunity to come down low and make that pass on the bottom side. So they're going to be side by side for a battle for third. That's going to allow Ty Dixon to enter the chat here with these two, the 39 and the 98. As Ty Dixon is going to look down low of the 98, trying to get into that 4th position. As Blair comes off the outside wall there, down the straightaway. We're going to be side by side with Ty Dixon and Blair, and that's going to be your battle for 4th on the screen. As Ty Dixon is going to go down low on in turn number 1. And Ty is going to take over your 4th position here as he's moved up 4 spots so far. But Blair is your current hard charger as he's moved up 6 spots and trying to stay with 7 as he's trying to look down low of Ty Dixon and make that pass back to 4th as they go in turn number 2. Jordan Fisher took that 2nd position away from Peter Stewart as they came off turn number 2 as he went down low. Now he's going to try to reel in Aiden Lucas once again here. And Aiden does have a 0.3 of a second gap on Jordan Fisher as they come down the front straightaway here. Peter Stewart's going to be sitting in 3rd, and Ty Dixon 4th, and rounding out your top 5 is going to be Blair. As again, Blair is your current hard charger as he's moved up 6 spots currently. And everyone's kind of spread out in 2 to 3 car fields here. Go back to the field here as we go back to 6. That's going to be Abraham in that 84 machine, followed by the 44 of Reese Kelva. Brandon Valentine's going to be right there behind him in that 11 machine. Nicholas Moffitt is going to be in that 33 machine, sitting 9th. Dustin in the 16s is going to be sitting 10th, and Charles Broderick rounds out the field. As we go work our way back to the front of the field here, as we worked our way back to the front of the field, we did not miss any passing here. As we go back up to Jordan Fisher and Aiden Lucas, your battle for the lead between the 20 and the 39. Sounds like we had a close one back there in the back of the field. Just listen to the race chatter. And it maintains Aiden Lucas in the front here. on your screen is going to be your top 5, as they have kind of separated themselves from the other 6 drivers here, as we are coming down to your last few laps here tonight at Pocono for week number 10. And third is going to be your current points leader coming into tonight, and right behind him in fourth is going to be your second place driver as well. And I believe, I can't remember who Ty is tied with for second. Sounds like those two in the back, Charles Broderick and Dustin, might have made contact. As you see these top 5 kind of evenly spaced out here as they come off turn number 1, I believe. And turn number 2, still single file. And Jordan Fisher's going to try to push the issue in turn number 3. He's looking down low as they come off turn number 3. He's trying to get a good push to Aiden as they come off 3 down the front straightaway. The top 4 are bunched up right here as they go in turn number 1. The 20 machine of Aiden Lucas is trying to hold off the hard charging Jordan Fisher in that 39 machine as they come off turn number 1. And we're going to go back here to Abraham and Reese, as they've had close encounters here between these 3 drivers from what I'm hearing through race chatter as they come down the front straightaway with 11 laps remaining in this event. And looks like Dustin got a little bit loose there coming off turn number 1. The field on your screen right now is going to be 6th, 7th, and 8th as Abraham goes and leads that field into turn number 1. Reese hits the outside wall. Brandon Valentine's going to make that pass for 7th. And we're going to go back up to the front here as we have 10 laps remaining here at Pocono for week number 10. Jordan Fisher is going to try to push the issue once again. And here comes Ty looking down low on the 91 of Peter Stewart. He did momentarily and then backed out of it just a little bit in turn number 1 as they come down the straightaway, heading into turn number 2. It sounds like we have 2 drivers that are broke here in your final 10 laps. Can Aiden Lucas hold off Jordan Fisher? That's going to be the question that we will have answered in 9 laps. Again, we will hear from your top 3 drivers tonight as they will be getting interviewed. As everyone still stays nose to tail in a single file, trying to find where they're racing side by side at as well through the field, As soon as I'm afraid that if I move from your top 4 here, something's going to happen between your top 4. And looking down the straightaway as we went into turn number 1 behind the drivers, it looks like everyone else is doing the same thing. As we'll just go ahead and go back here to Abraham as he's going to the outside of turn number 1. Brandon Valentine's going to go down low in turn 1. Get a good run off of 1. And Brandon Valentine's going to hit the outside wall as he just gave Abraham a mirror full going into that turn. I'm saying that because that's what he said in the race chatter there. As we go to the front here, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Aiden and Jordan are both on the same team, in the same group chat right now as they're racing. Probably giving Aiden pointers if I'm not mistaken. And at the line, we have 6 laps remaining here at Pocono. Here comes Peter Stewart looking on the inside of Jordan Fisher as they go down the straightaway. Going into turn number 1, Peter Stewart's going to get that bottom side going in that 91 machine. He's going to make that pass on Jordan Fisher, but here comes Jordan Fisher trying to cross him over here as they come off 1. And he thought different of it and snuck behind Peter Stewart as they came off of 1. Your top 3 are trying to separate from Ty there, as Ty's not letting it happen as he's trying to roll him back in. Coming off turn 2 down the straightaway, you see the push there from Jordan Fisher. And out of your 11-car field here tonight, Jordan Fisher and Ty are both the only Ford drivers. And then you have Blair and Charles, they're the only 2 Toyota drivers. The rest of the drivers are Chevrolet. As we have 5 laps remaining here at Pocono. Jordan Fisher's trying to get a run there off of 1. As they come off turn 2, Aiden Lucas is looking smooth up there in the front. Just being smooth and steady here in the closing laps. As he tries to hold off Peter Stewart in the 91 and the 39 of Jordan Fisher. Now Jordan's going to get the outside going as they come off turn number 1. They're going to be side by side going down the straightaway, going to turn number 2. Jordan Fisher's going to have the edge as they come down the straightaway into turn number 2. Just happened to look away there momentarily. And now Jordan Fisher's going to come with head of steam and try to make pass on Aiden Lucas down low in turn number 3. And here comes Peter Stewart once again. He's going to try to be right there in the mix and give Jordan a good push here down the straightaway. And Jordan's going to look down low and enter in turn number 1. Aiden's going to go up high as Jordan's down low here in 1. Is he going to get a good run off of 1 to make the pass on Aiden? And he did not get that run that he expected to there. Your top three have separated from Ty Dixon, and they have 2-second gap on Ty sitting fourth. As they go in turn two, they're going to be side by side. That's going to be Jordan Fisher and Aiden Lucas side by side off of turn number two. Aiden's going to get that run on the outside, and Jordan Fisher is going to come right back into second. As they come off turn number three, they're seeing the popsicle sticks as we have 2 laps remaining here for your week number 10 at Pocono. And Aiden Lucas has to hold off Jordan Fisher and Peter Stewart for another 1.5 laps. As they go in turn number three, off of three here, down the straightaway, Aiden Lucas is going to get the white flag this time around. Can Jordan Fisher make the pass on Aiden, or is he going to even try? They're both on the same team. They're getting team points together. But the only factor that would play into it is their individual points. As they come off turn number one, down the straightaway here, going to turn number two, it's still going to be Aiden Lucas leading Jordan Fisher as they go into turn number two. Off of two, Jordan Fisher is going to hit the outside wall. And that's going to allow Peter Stewart on the outside here as they go in turn number three. We're going to have a battle for second. It looks like it's going to be Aiden Lucas show winning it tonight with Peter Stewart getting the outside run in three. And taking the win tonight is going to be Aiden Lucas in that 20 machine, followed by Peter Stewart in the 91. Jordan Fisher in the 39 is going to round out your top three. The 67 of Ty Dixon rounds out is in fourth. Blair Saunders rounds out your top five. Abraham in the 84 will be sixth. The 33 of Nicholas Moffitt will be seventh. Brandon Valentine in the 11 machine is going to finish in eighth. Reese Kelva in the 44 finishes in ninth. Dustin in the 16 machine finishes 10th. And rounding out your field is going to be the number 40 of Charles Broderick. Again, we're going to hear from your top three drivers here momentarily. That's going to be Jordan Fisher, Peter Stewart, and Aiden Lucas. And Jordan Fisher did have second secured, but coming off turn number two, hit the outside wall. Again, to give you the rundown, in the 11th was Charles Broderick, 10th was Dustin, 9th was Reese Kelver, 8th was Brandon Valentine, 7th was Nicholas Moffitt, 6th Abraham, 5th Blair Saunders, 4th Ty Dixon, 3rd is Jordan Fisher, 2nd Peter Stewart, and your winner tonight is going to be Aiden Lucas. I just see Aiden's doing some donuts here on the straightaway. And please bear with me as I try to get your drivers for the interviews. And we're going to hear from your third place finisher of Jordan Fisher here. And Jordan, do you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Let's see, 1 second. All right, so hopefully the viewers can hear you. If you don't mind talking once
Yeah.
again. Okay, yes, they can. I wasn't looking
Yeah.
at the right area. Man, that was a good race there between you and Aiden. I know y'all are teammates. Were you there? Was there any coaching going on during that race, or were you, or anything like
Oh,
that?
I mean, we were kind of messing around the entire time, joking around, laughing as we were pushing each other and making it too wide through certain corners, whatever. So it was really good racing with them. It was a lot of fun. I was just enjoying it out there for sure.
And y'all were putting on a show, even though you said that you're messing around with them a little bit, going too wide. Y'all were putting on a show since everyone was basically in single file. Had to go up there and watch y'all a lot and share that with the viewers here. Uh,
Well, I mean, obviously, being in single file around here and these ARCA cars around Pocono is usually ideal if, just to create some separation from car to car. So anytime, whether you put yourself too wide or if there's two cars too wide in front of you, it kind of gives you an advantage to get a really good run on the exits here. So we kind of saw the high line work really well in corner 1 and 3 where people are starting to diamond it just to get really good runs on the exit. So. Yeah, I mean, it was good running out there, good strategy with conserving tires and for the long run. So yeah, it's good fun.
and I know that y'all didn't want to see that late caution, or I don't think you wanted to see it, but that saved y'all from having to do the uh, pit stop under green. What was going through your mind with that late caution there?
Uh, I was honestly hoping for a green flag stop. Like, I think that would have been really interesting to see how that would have played out, especially how me and Aiden were just kind of running bumper to bumper the entire race. So that would have been really fun to kind of see how that would have played out. But obviously, with the caution coming out, I mean, changed the whole perspective on strategy there. You had to be really aggressive on the last half of that race there. So getting the track position and just maintaining the draft wherever it's coming from.
And you also had some fans joining in on the YouTube chat tonight. Hardy Designs didn't want you messing up the wraps because they didn't want to paint it again, but they got the paint ready because they seen you scraping the wall. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few times where I'd push on the exit of the corners just with how the air is working in these ARCA cars. So I definitely apologize to Dustin himself for getting this beautiful orange Hardy Designs car a little bit scraped up. But we'll have to make sure to get that cleaned up, and I'm sure we'll drop it off at the Hardy Designs paint shop for sure.
and you also had Jeff with Grumpy Motorsports over here too, cheering you on. Outside of those two, you feel free to have share them as well. But do you have any other friends, family, or sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank Hardy Designs again as always. I want to thank Team Conti Sim Performance, Matt Busa, helping me out each week. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank everybody that's watching, supporting, putting on a great show. Thanks for broadcasting, Donnie. We know only 11 cars out there tonight, but hopefully going forward we can get a few more cars out there. And it's good fun running with these guys here. So if you're definitely looking to run for a little ARCA Monday Night League, come on out. It's good fun. So
And I think this is out of every race that you've raced since you joined with the series over here that we broadcasted and everything, you've been on the podium. This is the first time that I've got you on the podium that you didn't win the race, and that's kind of strange for me over here. Just seeing how fast and smooth you
I
normally
can't
run.
win every race.
Now, I know you
I
can't
can't
win
win every
everyone,
race.
but
Yeah.
you do run smooth and consistent, and that's the key of getting up here on the podium. It seems like, especially in these cars.
Absolutely, for sure. Thanks for broadcasting as always.
Yes, sir. And hopefully we'll catch you in 2 weeks here on the podium again.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And there you have it, your third place finisher of Jordan Fisher. We're going to hear from Peter Stewart, your second place finisher tonight, and should be your current points leader after tonight as well. And Peter, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, that was a fantastic run between the three of y'all there. running up there in the top. Y'all separated yourselves from the field at least 6, 7 seconds on that long stretch of green. What was going through your mind on that long stretch with the strategy of thinking about pit stops and trying to push the issue, try to make the pass on Aiden or Tyler, or I'm sorry, Jordan there?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking of passing either one of them. I kind of had the feeling that they were both faster than me, so if I did get by them, it'd just be like a temporary thing. So I decided to kind of just sit back, and they were racing each other pretty hard, so I'm like, maybe I'll get lucky and they'll wreck each other. But it didn't quite come to fruition. But for the pit strategy, I was hoping not to have to make a green flag stop, and obviously it worked out that way. We didn't need to, but if we were going to make a green flag stop, the tire fall off really wasn't much. So it didn't really make sense to come in until you were pretty much forced to on fuel. So I was probably just going to copy whatever the other two guys did.
And then with that, y'all ended up having late caution there. Ended up doing the pit stops, and we had, I believe it was 20 laps, 20, 25 laps left, and y'all ran it all the way up there again to the front. On those last few laps, it seemed like you were trying to push your issue just a little bit in there, but kind of settled for third. What happened there on that
Yeah,
last lap there?
I was trying to put just enough pressure on them so that they would fight each other, and it kind of worked. And on the second last corner, I think Jordan kind of overshot it a little bit and hit the wall coming out of two, so I was able to get him coming to the line. But yeah, I just think that both of them were faster than me, and I was going to have to get really lucky to beat both of them.
And I know that you came in tonight as the current points leader. You finished second tonight, and Ty was sitting second, and he finished fourth. Can't remember who he was tied with. I think it was Troy that didn't make the call tonight. So you should still be the points leader after tonight, and we could pick it back up in 2 weeks. For the last 6 races, what's going to be your strategy to try to maintain that points championship?
Um, Kind of similar to today, like try to stay with the leaders. I don't need to win. I would like to, obviously, but I don't need necessarily have to. But just don't take myself out of races. The two races this season, like Darlington and Texas, where I had like I would say like bad finishes, it was just me being overly aggressive in the wrong times. So if I can just eliminate those situations, I should be able to at least get say a top five, even if I'm not necessarily on the leader's pace.
And that sounds like a very good strategy there of just being basically finishing the races like you said there. Do you have any friends, family, or sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
No, just my wife. So I almost missed tonight, and she did me a huge favor by coming and looking after our kids for a couple minutes so I could take off and get here in time. So all thanks goes to her, and this wouldn't be possible unless she let me do it. So
And like I always say over here with Right Rear Racing, you have to make sure that you do give a shout out to your spouses, girlfriends, etc. So you're a better man than me because I totally forgot the only time I've ever done a podium interview to give a shout out to my fiance. So I will
you'll get her on the next one.
I will definitely get her on the next one, and I'll try to make sure that everyone over here does not leave out their significant other. So good. I'll give you props on that one.
Okay.
All right, and again, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully, back on the podium here, man.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Yep. And you have a good night, man.
You too. Thank you.
and your winner tonight, Aiden Lucas. Aiden, do you got a copy?
How you doing, Donnie?
I'm doing good, man. How was that run there? You were the man to beat. It seemed like you led, I believe, every lap except for maybe 2 or 3. What was going through your mind? I know that Jordan's your teammate. What was going through your mind with Jordan behind you, especially on the closing laps there?
I just knew that I couldn't let him have my right rear. As soon as I gave him my right rear, it was about to be finished over. Yeah, it was super fun trying to hang around the outside whenever he'd get position on me. He passed me once, and I thought he was going to be gone. He was definitely quicker. But Peter gave me a shove, and I was able to clear Jordan again. And then, yeah, from then Jordan didn't try and make any moves. He just wanted to see if we can pull away and then try and settle it between ourselves, because we could go, side by side. It was just going to slow us way down.
Right. And there, I believe it was in turn 2. It seemed like you came down a little bit too hard a few times and might have got swirly come off 2. Did that play a factor with your runs?
It was by design. Trying something, trying to put that left rear on the flat, see if I can get it to turn. Just because the setup was super weird. It was super tight, but at the same time, it had too much grip. It was weird. I like sliding a little bit, so when I'm sliding fronts, I don't like that.
And I just had to ask it because I've seen you do it multiple times, and I know most of the time you don't want to get loose any time on an asphalt track, as I'm a dirt guy, so.
Oh yeah. No, I love a good loose race car that I can kind of slide. When the tape in the center of my wheel is pointing straight and I'm still turning, that's my favorite way to drive.
That makes sense there. Again, congratulations on your win tonight. Do you have any friends, family, or sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
First off, let's start with you, bringing the show to the people. Thank you, the admin team over here. And thank you to Reese Kelva, Prestige Enterprises, PressEnter.tx. Yeah.
And I believe this is your first win of the series.
Second.
It's your second win. So, again, congratulations on your win tonight. And hopefully, after the Labor Day break, we come back 2 weeks from here and catch you again on the podium.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, man. You have a good night.
You too.
And that's going to conclude our events here tonight with Frontrunners Racing League, week number 10 at Pocono. We're going to take next week off on Labor Day, and then we're going to pick it back up. Let me pull up the schedule before I tell you when we're going to pick it back up, as we will pick it back up on September the 8th at Thompson, as the drivers will take on 150 laps there at Thompson. Again, we have 6 more races in this series to crown the champion, who is going to end up winning the first season of the ARCA Series with Frontrunners Racing League. Again, with Right Rear Racing, we will be broadcasting on Wednesday for the Tri-City Speed Money Race with the Super Late Models at Port Royal. Join in at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to catch that live right here on Right Rear Racing. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We will catch you next time.
Checkered flag flying, it's the end of the show. From dirt to the blacktop, we let it all go. Burning rubber, slamming gears, making hearts race. If you miss the heat, catch the highlight, press play. Right rear racing, lights out, that's a wrap. From the front straight to the back, we attacked every lap. Don't blink, don't sleep, we'll be back in your feed with the throttle wide open and a need for speed. jobs and spins. Legends born in the booth and on tracks we win. Facebook, YouTube, hit subscribe and stay loud. We ain't slowing down, just saving it for the next round. Broadcast signed off, but the fire still burns. Catch us next time, where the story continues at full send. Joe, right rear racing, we out, hold tight, see you next race under that Friday night light. No brakes, no